Questions orales. The honourable member for Halifax.
Dans une lettre adressée au président du Conseil du Trésor, la commissaire à la vie privée a reproché au gouvernement d'utiliser les réseaux sociaux pour collecter les renseignements personnels des Canadiens sans que cette pratique ne soit liée à aucun programme. Au lieu de consulter les provinces et les Canadiens avant de mettre en place leur politique, les conservateurs préfèrent espionner les comptes Facebook et Twitter des citoyens. Quelle balise guide la pratique de cette collecte d'informations?
Honorable président du Conseil du Trésor.
Monsieur le Président, que ce soit par une lettre, une pétition, une tweet ou un cri dans la rue, ce gouvernement est toujours prêt à écouter les Canadiens qui veulent se faire entendre. Mr. Speaker, of course we must and will operate within the law, within the confines of the Privacy Act, and of course we are always willing to engage with the Privacy Commissioner to make sure that our oversight and our laws, the oversight of government, is modern for the 21st century.
The honourable member for Halifax.
So the government scrapped the long-form census because it was too intrusive, but they're fine with private companies intruding on the personal lives of millions of Canadians. Well, Conservatives cut StatsCan, they scrapped the long-form census, and they killed research funding. So when they actually run out of credible data, they turn to Facebook and Twitter and Kijiji. Well, the new study shows that data collected flows freely between public and private sectors. So will the Prime Minister admit that his government has failed to protect the privacy of Canadians?
The Honourable President of the Treasury Board.
Mr. Speaker, this line of questioning is very curious. In a day and age when Canadians willingly put information about their opinions, their beliefs, and want to engage in government, the NDP want to shut it down, Mr. Speaker. We think that that is antediluvian. We think that it is not the way that we go about modern ways of communicating with Canadians, and we will continue to communicate with Canadians who want to communicate with us.
The honourable member for Halifax.
Private companies are allowed unprecedented spying on Canadians, and government privacy breaches have topped 1 million. Conservatives should be hanging their heads in shame, not patting themselves on the back. Mr. Speaker, the media are reporting on new problems with Mark Nadon's appointment. They're saying that Conservatives warned Justice Nadon about potential problems and that they even suggest he resign and join the Quebec Bar. Can the Prime Minister confirm that this suggestion was made to Justice Nadon, and doesn't he agree that telling a judge how to circumvent the Supreme Court Act is inappropriate?
The Honourable Minister of Justice.
Mr. Speaker, they are really going out on a limb now. I suggest she loosen the chin strap on her tinfoil hat. Mr. Speaker, clearly we followed a process that is inclusive, that reached out to provincial attorney generals, that involved, of course, members of her party and a committee that was tasked with vetting numerous names, Mr. Speaker. And the reality is that we had the backing of former Supreme Court judges, the advice, expert advice, that allowed us to move forward, move in a direction that we felt was appropriate. The Supreme Court, in their wisdom, saw otherwise.